Hi, I'm Johnny. I'm a global artist ambassador for FENIX360, and I'm blessed to be joined today by the actor Rio. Hey, Rio, how are you, man?
Yeah, I'm good, Johnny. How are you, brother?
I'm good, brother. It's good to see you, man. Thanks for being with me. Hey, Rio, I'd like to share some of your acting performing with our audience. Cool if you tune into one of those clips?
Of course, yeah, I'll show you right now.
All right, cool, man. Thanks. All right, everybody, let's tune in to some of the acting performing from Rio.
Every year, we help thousands of people control their gambling. We get that every story is different. We get there might be setbacks along the way. We get that you might need lots of support. Or just the odd call.
Thank you for everything that you've done for me.
To change the way you think about gambling, call someone who gets it. Call Gamblers Help.
Hey, Rio, really slick, man. Great to share your acting work, and I'm really glad to meet with you today. Listen, can you tell me a little bit about you? Where are you from, and how did you get involved in becoming an actor?
Of course, brother. So I'm from Melbourne, Australia. I'm 28 years of age. So I've started acting ever since I was 18. So I actually started from the very bottom as an extra. So and I started doing that for a few years, and then I was like, you know what, man, I should just want to become the main guy. You know, I should just want to do this for real,
Right.
as a career. So I start scouting agents. So then I found agents. Obviously, there are some bad ones here and there, and then I actually learned my lesson that way. So
Yeah.
then I was like, you know what? I just want a proper agent who can get me proper jobs, and I did. I found one, and this is where I'm at now. And they've been getting me some commercial jobs here in Melbourne, Victoria, Australia. Growing up, you know what? My favorite actor was Leonardo DiCaprio. You know, I started
Okay.
watching him Titanic, Catch Me If You Can. You know, and then I was like, wow, this guy can really act, and that influenced me. That gives me desire in my heart. You know, that gives me the fire. Yeah, just growing up, I'm like, you know what? Showbiz is the business. You know, like
That's
that's the industry, the
it's
field that I
pulsing,
really want to
it's
be in.
pulsing through you, man. That is great.
Yeah.
And from Melbourne, Australia, you know what I mean? You had inspirations from Leonardo DiCaprio, probably others as well, and that made you want to kind of get into the business. And then after some extra gigs, you were like, look, I want some speaking parts. You seek some representation, you start to get
That's
commercial
it.
acting gigs. That's really
That's
good,
it.
man, because you put your chin out there and you're following your heart, your soul's calling to be a performer this way. So I love it. And
That's it.
listen, Leonardo DiCaprio, we've watched him from the time he was a very young man until now a much more mature actor, and so many different kinds of roles. And I will tell you that initially when I first saw him, I was not that impressed because he was still kind of a very young man, a kid. But I've seen him develop over the years into all these different roles that are magnificent. He's an incredible actor, maybe one of the best, top tier. And you know, the one Reverend that he won the award for is like so amazing. So anyway, I'm glad that's one of your inspirations, Rio. And I'm sure that you're going to blend some of those kind of styles in a way to a lot of different roles that you eventually will be getting. So as far as the Melbourne, Australia market versus the US or over in the UK, Europe, or elsewhere around the country, is there a television market in Australia that gives you the opportunity to potentially be involved in television productions, either soap operas or other reality shows, or is that kind of an aspiration for you to get
That's
involved in?
definitely something that I'm looking forward to. From what I was told, I don't think there's opportunities here in Melbourne. I think I have to move to Sydney, you
I
know,
see.
in Sydney, Australia. Yeah, and because at the moment, you know, like they just hire, you know, like Caucasian actors. You know, I don't think there's many jobs for Asian actors. But hey, look, I'm staying positive. You know, my agent told me, look, there's up and rising in the market for Asian actors here in Australia because it's not as diverse and multicultural as Hollywood, for instance.
I see.
So I'm definitely looking forward to that kind of opportunity. And I was told that there's a new TV show for NCIS Australia now.
Oh,
In
nice.
that will begin filming the end of this year, which will go to air next year. So that's something that I'm targeting. So you know,
That's
hopefully
great, man.
there's something in the market opportunity for Asian actors. for that because I'm just excited that they actually announced a spin-off in Australia, an Australian version of NCIS, which is one of the biggest and most popular TV shows in the US.
Absolutely. And listen, that makes a lot of sense to me, and you're really a trailblazer then, therefore, for Asian actors to broaden, in essence, opportunities for you all and to represent a more balanced kind of delivery of content and storylines that include Asian actors. And so I think that's really
Definitely.
cool, Rio, I love
Yeah.
it, man. And so let me ask this question then. Do you use your social media channels to try and promote and present your work?
I do, yes. I use Instagram,
Yep.
and that is something that I use very frequently to promote my social media, or even for jobs, business inquiries is there as well. So I'll actually send it to you now.
That's great. It's interesting, but that social media is such a great way to stay in touch with your fan base. It's also a great way to present in an immediate form, whatever it is that you're developing. So whenever you do make progress, you can make an announcement and celebrate it. And certainly you can do that as well on the FENIX360 app. We're really looking forward to people connecting with you. You can collaborate with other artists and potential producers who might want to cast you, as well as the fact that your viewing audience, you'll have a direct relationship with them to be able to connect with them through the app. So Rio, thanks so much, man, for being with me. I really appreciate meeting with you and sharing your story and your work, and wish you the very best, bro.
Thank you for the opportunity, Johnny. I
Yeah.
really appreciate it, man.
I appreciate you too, brother. You take good care.
Thank you.